Hi, welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is JoAnn and I'm so glad you're here today. Well, I was going through the Kirkland website. We don't have Kirklands here in Rhode Island, really not even in New England as far as I could see. And there was something I really loved. It was a nativity scene and it was $39.99. And I thought, wow, I'd like to make that. And then I happened to go into Dollar General, which I don't go into very often, but then you guys are hauling like crazy from there, and I took a look, and they had the nativity scene cut out for $3. So I said, I think I can do this. So with Dollar Tree boards and lights and the Dollar General nativity scene, I created this. And as most things with me, it lights up. Isn't that awesome? So, as we say at Artistry Collaborative, we are the home of TriLab because we just want you to try. You can do this. It's very easy and less than $7. You've got this magnificent sign. What an incredible gift. So, come along and let's try this together. I want to apologize if I'm sniffing and my eye is burning this morning and I don't know what's going on allergy wise, but so I apologize ahead. To do this, you're going to need two of the long, they don't have to be the elves, it could be anything you can get your hands on. And this is from the Dollar General. It's $3. It's the nativity scene and a set of lights. I'm using these big lights because I don't want to put in a lot of lights. I just want a few. So I think that will work better than my usual lights. So the first thing we're going to do is take this off, which comes right off. Actually, look at that. Come off too. And we are going to attach these two very much like we did with the cardinal sign. I gotta take these off. Okay, those came off and I had to like sand a little bit, but that was really fine. And then, as you can see, don't know what it is about these signs, but this peeled off pretty easily. Of course, now that I'm on camera, it won't, right? But yeah. So that's a nice thing. I guess not if you really want the sign, but it just shows you that these signs are not meant to go outside. If you put them outside, you really need to. Oh, that was a nice clean one. You really need to like preserve them with shellac or something. All right, so what I'm gonna do is this is gonna be the back. This is gonna be the front. So I want to make it look like shiplap. So I'm going to do the same thing I did in the cardinal sign. We need to measure. Let me get my ruler. Okay, so it's not exactly 6 inches, so I approximated, and they're a little less than 2 inches apart. So now I'm going to go and just like I did in the cardinal sign tutorial, I'm going to go and take this tool I got from Dollar Tree. It was a set, and I'm going to dig along here just to, you do not have to do a lot at all, because we're going to go over it with a dark pencil or possibly a Sharpie, but just go all the way down, follow the lines. Even if you go off the lines, which I do often, it's okay. It's supposed to look wood-like, so it's fine. Well, I actually ended up using my Dremel and speeded things up along here. But just clean it up. Now we're going to reinforce it. So I have this little piece of wood from my brother-in-law, which I'm going to put in the middle. But you also can use, I like the large tongue depressors, popsicle sticks. So I'm just going to take some hot glue, and I want to hold these close so that they're together, and then just push that down. Then I'll do another one at the top. And then we'll do it at this end. And then the same with this. Now, this is a wonky piece of wood, but it's okay. It will do what it needs to do. It's a very light piece, so I'm really extra reinforcing it, but probably doesn't even need all this. Okay. Now, as I was cutting the grooves, I got the idea, because I was trying to figure out, I'm going to make a few of these, and I was trying to figure out what color the background. I was going to do originally white. Then I thought it might be really nice to have it at dark blue and then do the manger in silver. Now this separation is pretty significant, so I'm going to go in with the Dollar Tree lightweight spackling and just fill it in a little bit, just to give it a little more. I guess, I don't know if it's stability as much as maybe finishing. Yeah, finishing. Yeah. Just makes me feel a little bit better. All right. So now I'm going to use Dylusions. This paint is absolutely wonderful, and it's just coverage is so good. But if you can't find this, then use an acrylic. Anything apple barrel, Folkart, anything will do. And we're just going to cover this whole thing in this beautiful, it's called After Midnight. And Amazon kicked me off because people weren't buying products that I was recommending. So I can't give you the link to it on Amazon, but you know, you definitely can find everything on Amazon. I do give the name of everything in the drop-down box. So, just, you know, look it up, and I'm sure you can find it. You're not going to find Dylusions at Michael's or JoAnn's, unfortunately. That you'd have to get on Amazon, or I don't even know if Dylusions has, it's Ranger, so you may have to go to the Ranger website. But let me finish this, and I'll be back. And I was trying to, I want to dry brush it, and I was going to do it with white, and I spray painted the nativity scene with silver, and then I thought maybe silver, but I think what I'm going to do is go with gray. It's kind of like a nice in-between silver and white. And we're just going to dry brush, which just means that you take a little bit of paint and really very, very little. Really wipe most of it off, and then just slightly go all over the board to give it a weathered look. Now I know this is kind of unconventional because usually, you know, it's a white shiplap, but to go with my nativity scene, I thought this would be best. So, and you can do, you know, as much or as little. Just remember, less is more sometimes, because sometimes we can get carried away. I am known for getting carried away, but yeah. Alright, so I sprayed with this Krylon metallic. It's a silver color. It says bright silver, and I thought it would be too bright, but kind of really like it. But I am going to go back with this Folkart metallic silver to fill in the sides that didn't get done, because I didn't want to waste the spray paint trying to get the sides. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, this is really thick. And just going to make sure that it's completely, it actually doesn't look that bad, but you know, you just want it to be finished. Okay, so I have this from the artist Loft, which is Michael's, and it's called the Iridescent Medium. But you could use white easily. You could use the gray, but I want to create a starry night. So you take your paint and you add a lot of water and you mix that in so that it's just very I'm not sure if you can see this, but yeah. Again, you want it very watery. And then you can take any kind of brush, but a toothbrush seems to work best because you put it in like this, and then you do this. And it gives it splatter, which looks like the night sky. And they're all different sizes, so it looks very realistic. Not going too close to the bottom because, you know, there's going to be some there, but not a lot. So I placed my pieces down, and I measured. This is a little less, it's like 23.5, so I went half that to make sure that this was centered. And I felt like this was too crowded, so I brought this up. I am going to lay this down with E6000 and hot glue. Well, I was thinking about it, and I think because it's wood, that tacky glue would work even better. I know you're thinking better than E6000, but yeah, I think so. So I'm going to use tacky, and we're going to use some hot glue. And you don't even need the hot glue. I'm kind of doing it just to speed things along, but you really don't need it. And then I'm placing everything down. So I did want to tell you that I got this idea from Kirkland's. We do not have Kirkland's in Rhode Island or New England, I don't think. But I was looking at their catalog and I saw this picture and they were asking $40 for it. So I'm like, I can do that. So that's where this idea came from. But of course, I'm going to make it a little bit more mine. And we're going to strategically put the lights, and then I may add little stars where the lights shine through. So, yeah. Okay, we'll let this dry, and then we're going to drill holes to put in the lights. The next question is, do I want white lights or do I want blue lights? I think we're going to go with white lights though. I think that's the best way to go. Okay. So I went and put all the holes in, and I put 2 holes here so that'd be brighter there. It does make a powdery mess, so I went in and blew some of it off with this duster, and then I actually squirted water and wiped it all down. But some of the things got scratched, so I'm going to go in with a paintbrush and do a little touch up here and there. Okay, so as I was touching it up, I decided I wanted a little bit more silver in the background. So I'm going to go with my silver paint and spread it out. But I also wanted to tell you that I did make the holes and then hot glued them in. So they're pretty much in there. I mean, you could pull them out if you had to. And then as I always do, I Velcroed this onto here, so when you have to take the batteries, it comes right off. And if you had to change the lights out, you would be able to do that too. So I'm going to just get some of this gray paint, and we're going to continue to do a little more dry brushing like we did earlier. I just thought that it didn't look as distressed as I would have liked. So just go in there, and if you want, you could keep it solid if you wanted. You know, it's totally up to you and what you like. And you could also put, you know, Oh Holy Night or God Bless or Blessed or whatever you would like. But all right, let me do a little bit more and I'll be back. Just one more thing. I am going to go in. I didn't put stars everywhere, but I am going to go in and use, I'm looking Liquid Pearls by Ranger, and I'm going to just go in and put a few dots just to emphasize the stars in the sky. Again, none of this is necessary. I just think it adds to the overall picture. And you could use puffy paint. You could use white puffy paint. You could use silver puffy paint. Any of that would work. All right. And then I will show you the final reveal. And there you have it. Oh Holy Night. Be well.